And if I can offer artists a piece of advice, like one of the things was like I was making music for a while and I knew there were people who like didn't fuck with it and like would actively give us kind of shit online or whatever, and it's like that comes with the territory. But
Yeah.
then all of a sudden when we started getting more popular like elsewhere, all of a sudden some of these people were now like jumping on the bandwagon. And I remember being like, no, screw you guys, like you had your chance to like be my fan and you were a dick, so like screw you. So like I should have swallowed my pride or my ego and just been like, thank you. I'm glad you're late to the party, but at least you came.
Yeah.
And if
Yeah.
I had done that, I know there was a lot of people that, because I was totally, maybe I didn't say it, but I acted as if I'm like, screw you, man. Like you had your chance.
Yeah, but I understand that. I mean, I've lost friendships because I've had people like come to me like kind of recently have been like, yeah, like we like when you told us you guys were like trying to be a DJ, we were like, what? And I'm like, that's mean not to support your friend. Like, if
Right.
you're in real estate, you would be like, yeah, you're gonna try and sell houses, loser. You know what I mean? You'd be like, oh yeah, go kill it in real estate. Like, go kill it as an
Right.
artist. So I understand the not want like you just want to be in on it now because it's cool and it's successful, but like you didn't believe in me to begin with, and you were really mean about it. Like people don't realize how hurtful that is. Those are people not only like just stay out of it then. I don't need your negative opinion. Like you don't need to put
Right.
it in like and like tell me you had it. Like just keep it inside. But I get it from that end. And those are just people I've decided like you don't need to be in my circle. My energy,
Yeah.
like if you cannot like that's just not energy I want around. And it's just energy that we've said no thank you to.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's kind of just like human nature, I guess, is part of
Yeah.
it. It's like, because like no one wants to be the first person at the party and then no one shows up. So
Yeah.
then like it's almost like if you're cheerleading for your friend who's making music and then like they stink and they never do anything with it, then like you might think that you look like a fool for supporting them. Or like if somebody starts a company and you're like, woohoo, go support my friend's company, and then 2 months later they like, they're out of business. I think some people are afraid of looking foolish for whatever reason, uh,
Yeah.
which is dumb. I don't think anyone notices, but
No.
it's just so much easier to be like, oh, there's already 100 people at the party. Sweet, I'll go.
Yeah.
Oh, there's 100 people are already retweeting or posting your content and like supporting you. Oh, okay, I guess I can show up now because now it looks good, and I'm
Yeah.
not worried how it looks for me because well, now I just blend in with the crowd.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and that's ego on the other end, right? That's like another
Right.
form of ego. Like, I'm not gonna like or support or like take the time to, but then once they're like you said, social proof, like everyone's on the bandwagon. Oh, me too. But it's like you haven't been there. Which, like you said, yes, I'm glad you're on the bandwagon. Like that's the duality of it. But I guess when it's from people that you have relationships with and people that you have like friendships with, you don't have to love the music. Like it might not be your style of music, but I expect my friends to support me. Like that's a friend expectation I have. So if that's not the case, like then
I
yeah.
think
But anyone else, if I don't know you, get on the bandwagon whenever. Sure.
right, right. Like I got to the point where my friend and I were making music together, and a lot of our friends, they didn't like support us, which didn't necessarily bother us. It's that they like some of them like actively rooted against us.
So
So we're just being like, "Oh, your music's dumb. Like these guys are idiots. Like whatever." And like, so I don't even necessarily need you to prop me up and support me. I can get that from somewhere. I just don't need you to root against me. And
yeah.
like it's the same, like you said, if you started, you are a real estate, you're starting you're a real estate agent. Maybe I think it's dumb that you're doing it, but I'm not going to be like, oh, you're an idiot. Like he's going to fail. Like
Yeah.
I'd at least be like, all right, good for you, man. Like I appreciate the hard work, even if it's not in something I respect. I see you're working hard. So like for something with music, or like say it's almost if someone was like, I'm going to go to LA and be an actor. Everyone's like, oh, you're an idiot. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
you know,
I know, and I think that
moron.
probably, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But also like, yeah, yeah, but I think there's a lot of mystery around the music industry. People don't know a lot about it, and what people do know is very antiquated. And so when people say like, I'm gonna be a musician, I'm gonna work in music, it seems impossible. It seems like unattainable, and that's not the truth of it. Like, there's so much space in the industry and so many avenues, but when you don't know that, right? Then people doubt it too, because they're thinking like, yeah, you can't, like, no one makes it in the music industry, like you certainly can't. And it's, yeah,
right.
Yeah, like there are a million lanes in any other industry. There's big corporations, there's small independents, there's big companies, there's entrepreneurs, you name it. There's like every business model in there. And I think if people knew that, maybe they'd be more apt to support, because they would say like, there's lots of space, there's lots of possibilities, like go live your dream. But if people don't know, that's that educator background, like people don't know about it. So then it becomes unattainable, and then people are mean.
Yes. Well, you make a great point. Like, especially let's view it from the business lens. Like, you don't need to become Coca-Cola to like have a beverage company. There are so many different levels, and like I think you're right. When a casual Joe Schmo person, you tell them, "Hey, yeah, I want to be a musician," they think that you think you're trying to become Ed Sheeran or Taylor Swift or Drake. They don't see the guy that's here that just gets to play. Oh, I play in Florida. I play 40 shows a year and I make great money, and like I just play on the beach and I do Jimmy Buffett covers, like whatever. Like maybe you don't, like they don't see that. All they see is the cream at the top, and they think you're not going to be Ed Sheeran, you fool.
Yeah. And it's sad that people think that, but it's also like some of it is like kind of the music industry's fault for being secretive. Like if you're not going to tell people how to accessibly like be in the industry, then like people don't know about it. But I think it's really cool though that now there's like a new wave coming in and out with social media with this information. Like, I just recently got on social media for myself as a manager, and then I found like you, and I'm finding other like people who are good and know what they're talking about. And I'm like, this is really cool that now people are starting to like teach about the industry and teach not business, music business, and not music business in a college setting where you have to pay $40,000 a year to attend. In a social media, it's a free platform. Like people can get a college education worth of information now on social media for free when people like us are sharing it. And it's such a cool way to like keep the community going and to like help the industry. So I feel like really proud that there are people like us sharing the information and making it accessible for people so they can have viable careers and live out their dreams and, find their space.